Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am hearing some massive, shocking rumors. Like, totally shocking. Word on the street is that Javi and Gus are headed for a massive, explosive breakup this July. Yes, you heard me right. July is going to be the absolute end of the road for them. Honestly, I can't say I am completely surprised by this. I mean, we all saw the writing on the wall, didn't we? But still, a July breakup is huge. So let's just dive right into this whole messy situation because it is a lot. It is just so much to process, and my brain is kind of spinning just thinking about it. I have been covering this show for a while now, and sometimes you just know when a couple is doomed from the start. Gus and Javi, doomed. Completely doomed. So Gus is really starting to wonder if Javi is still in love with Leo Stark. And let's be real, Gus is not blind. He sees what we all see. Whenever Javi and Leo are in the exact same room, the tension is just, it's thick. It is so thick you could cut it with a knife. Gus is noticing every single look, every single awkward pause, every little lingering glance, and he is questioning everything about his relationship with Javi. Honestly, I feel a little bad for Gus. I really do. He came into this thinking he had a fresh start with Javi, but he is just standing in the massive shadow of Leo Stark. It has to be exhausting. Just constantly wondering if your boyfriend is secretly pining for his ex every single time he looks at his phone. You can see Gus trying to hold it together, but the cracks are showing. But we have to go back. We have to remember how we even got here in the first place. Remember the wedding? Javi and Leo were literally just finishing up their wedding ceremony. They were right there. They were at the finish line. They were about to be husbands. And then boom, Dimitri von Leuschner shows up and ruins the entire thing. I am still so mad about that. I mean, maybe I'm being too harsh on Dimitri. He was just doing what Dimitri does. Okay, no, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Dimitri ruined it. He just crashed in and blew it all up with his mere presence. And Javi completely panicked. He stopped Marlena Evans from filing the marriage papers with the clerk. He just shut the whole thing down because he was absolutely convinced that Leo was still in love with Dimitri. It was heartbreaking to watch Javi's face just fall apart like that. So Javi leaves town. He just packs his bags and leaves Salem because he can't handle the Dimitri drama anymore. And honestly, who could blame him? The instability of it all was just too much for anyone to handle. Leo's instability completely destroyed their relationship and broke Javi's heart into a million tiny pieces. But then Javi comes back, and he brings Gus with him. And suddenly, we are supposed to believe that Javi is totally over Leo and completely happy with Gus. Yeah, right. Who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Nobody believes that. Because the minute Javi got back to Salem, the old feelings just slapped him right in the face. You can't just run away from your feelings and expect them to stay away. That is not how it works. Salem has a way of dragging your past right back to your front door. And now Javi and Leo have agreed to keep their distance. They actually sat down and agreed to stay away from each other. Like that is actually going to work in a town as small as Salem. You guys, they are going to run into each other at the Brady pub or the town square every single day. The stay away pact is just a band-aid. It is a completely useless band-aid. Because you can't just turn off your feelings by avoiding someone. The feelings are still there. The old feelings are just refusing to fade away, no matter how hard Javi tries to focus on Gus. He is just lying to himself. He is lying to Gus. And he is lying to Leo. It is a whole triangle of lies, and I am just so tired of it. I am tired of watching Javi pretend that he doesn't feel a spark every time Leo walks past him. And let's talk about Leo for a second. Because Leo is not hiding anything. Leo has made it very, very clear that he is still in love with Javi. He is not even trying to pretend otherwise. After Dimitri left, Dimitri tried to take things to the next level with Leo again, but Leo realized he just couldn't do it. Leo realized his feelings for Dimitri were dead. They had been dead for months. Leo only wants to be with the man he truly loves, and that man is Javi Hernandez. But it almost feels like that ship has sailed. Or has it? I don't know. I change my mind every 5 seconds about these two. Sometimes I think Leo deserves to be alone after everything he did. But then I see how sad he is, and I just want him to be happy. Leo has done a lot of bad things, but his love for Javi actually felt real. But Javi is really struggling. He is struggling so hard to forget the past. He wants to move on. He really does. I think he genuinely cares about Gus and wants to make it work. But you can't just erase a great romance. Javi and Leo had a great romance before the whole Dimitri disaster. They really did. And now Javi is facing the biggest test of his relationship with Gus. Is Javi just kidding himself? Is he just lying to himself, thinking he can build a future with Gus when his heart is clearly still stuck on Leo? It is just sad. It is sad watching someone try so hard to force something that just isn't right. You can see the conflict in his eyes every time he looks at Gus. He is trying to force a square peg into a round hole, and it is just making everyone miserable. So Gus is right. Gus is absolutely right to be paranoid. He knows Javi is slipping away. He can feel it. And the spoilers are teasing that a heartbreaking confession is coming. A confession that might force Javi to finally choose between a fresh start with Gus and the love he never really let go of. Will Javi break Gus's heart by admitting the truth? Yes, I think he will. I think he has to. Because if they are breaking up in July, something has to trigger it. And a massive, tearful confession about still loving Leo Stark is exactly the kind of soapy drama we need right now. Gus is going to be devastated, but honestly, it is better for him to know the truth now rather than later. Gus deserves someone who is fully invested in him, not someone who is constantly looking over his shoulder at his ex. I just get so frustrated with these love triangles sometimes. The writers just love to torture us. They give us Javi and Leo. They make us root for them, and then they tear them apart with Dimitri. And then they throw Gus into the mix just to make it even more complicated. Why do they do this? Why can't anyone just be happy for like 2 weeks? But I guess that wouldn't be good TV. Still, Gus is just collateral damage here. He is just a roadblock on the way back to Javi and Leo. At least, that is how I see it. Maybe Gus will surprise us, but I doubt it. He is totally going to pack his bags and go home, leaving Javi alone to deal with his messy feelings. And honestly, that might be exactly what Javi needs. He needs to be alone to figure out what he actually wants. So what happens next? Will Javi and Leo actually find their way back to each other? Do they even deserve to be together after all this time and all this pain? Can Javi ever trust Leo again to give him another chance? I honestly don't know. Part of me thinks they are toxic together, but another part of me really wants them to reunite. They had such a good thing going. I guess we will just have to wait and see if Javi can truly get over the past, or if Gus is just going to leave him high and dry. I mean, if Javi and Leo do get back together, they are going to have a lot of work to do. They have to rebuild trust. They have to figure out how to communicate without running away. They have to prove that they are actually meant to be. And what about Dimitri? Is he going to come back again and ruin things a second time? Knowing this show, probably. But for now, the focus is all on Javi, Gus, and Leo. This upcoming July breakup is going to shift the entire dynamic of the show. I am going to be watching every single episode so closely, looking for all the little clues and hints. I want to see the exact moment Gus realizes it's over. I want to see the exact moment Javi admits the truth. Keep checking back here for all your Days of Our Lives updates, because this summer is going to be absolutely wild. Thanks for reading my rant, you guys. I just had to get all of this off my chest before I exploded.